Good morning, everybody. This is Arthur at On the Block, and we are live on YouTube. Welcome, everybody, from YouTube and Facebook, and hopefully all my friends over, my followers over from TikTok have made their way over. We have not done the YouTube lives yet. We haven't done our lives yet on TikTok, but that is coming shortly. Sorry, I've just got to share my screen here. Let me share the window. Okay, good. I'm just sharing a screen. I don't know if it's going to pop up for you or not. It is not. Okay, perfect. A lot of things going on in the crypto world today. In the technology world, there's a lot of exciting things going on, and I think we're moving. I think we've got a long summer ahead of us. If you're a Bitcoin holder, you've got a good summer ahead of us. If we're an altcoin holder, we're going to talk about a lot of that. Let's get right into this. Let me share some screens here. And let's turn this one on. Here we go. Let's see where we are in the markets today. We've sort of calmed down for the last few days of that chaoticness, which seems to be the standard that we go through every week, every day almost, is we have a crazy few days, and then the market calms. We have a crazy few days, the world's ending, the world's going to the moon, whatever it is, then the market calms down. So it's all, and I think that's where we are right now. We're just in that calm phase. If everybody can hear me, can I get, okay, we're resetting here. There, perfect. 34,086 for Bitcoin, still ETH fighting with that 1970 level. So around the world in crypto, let's see. I guess really I'm going to start with this because Susie Orman is now bought crypto, has now bought Bitcoin, and she's a hodler. So I hope nobody takes offense to this, but definitely the most annoying person in the finance industry or the financial advisor industry. Definitely annoying to listen to, but she is considered a financial guru, and she has bought it. The key part of this article, she bought her Bitcoin using PayPal, which is really kind of cool. Then John McAfee, if anybody is familiar with John McAfee, he's a little bit of a nutty guy. He is the founder of McAfee, and back in the day before I used to own a security software company in the early 2000s. I owned a security software company. At one point, we sold McAfee products and Norton products. John McAfee was found dead this morning. He was about to be extradited to the United States. He's had a crazy history, tax evasion. He got pissed off at his board, sold his stake in McAfee. At one point, he was worth $100 million. He's been accused of murder in Belize, I want to tell you the right country is. So he was found dead this morning. And what else do we have here? Oh, and this is, let's go with this being our call, potentially our call of the week, the month. JP Morgan, as crypto faces this summer headwind. And I believe this can't be more accurate than anything. This is what we're going to see. You know, there's always these summer doldrums. People are out. I've got better things to do. I want to go out and play golf. I want to go to the beach. I want to be outdoors. I don't want to sit here and trade. People take time off. People take vacations. The kids are in camps. Summer is generally a slower time. And while the crypto world is a 24/7 thing, it's still people's mindsets somewhat change. And I think that's going to affect it somewhat. So what are they actually looking for right here? Their call of the day is a 23,000 to 35,000 fair value for Bitcoin. 23 to 35,000 is what they're considering their fair value. Interesting article. It's on MarketWatch today. Go ahead and take a look at that. I would definitely recommend that article. Okay, what do we got here? Let's go straight into this. So where are we? We are at 34,087. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin itself. I did a video. Actually, you know something? I'm going to jump back. I want to talk about this quickly. I did a TikTok this morning, and it was on meme coins because I get a ton of questions, especially on TikTok, where a lot of people are trading more, there's definitely a lot of get rich quick on TikTok, and people ask me about the meme coins all the time. And I don't even do charts of them. Like Dogecoin, sometimes simply because as long as Elon Musk is behind it, there's trade capabilities. These all have few things in common. There's no utility. There's no functionality. there's often no security in these coins. They are simply created as a way for certain people to get rich. And like Dogecoin, so everybody's seeing Dogecoin and saying, well, you know, people bought Dogecoin in January. They made, you know, they bet $100. They made $5,000. Yes, those are generally long-term. This is small. You hear about so many people making so much money on Dogecoin, but there's not so many. You just hear the stories. Now you're hearing Shiba Inu. These all have, you look at the white papers of all these. Dogecoin's white paper talks about their dog. Shiba Inu is a Dogecoin killer. They don't have anything else, but they're a Dogecoin killer. They're killing something that has no functionality, no utility. So Safe Moon, the same thing. And I'm going to show you something. And this is my all-time favorite. There's a cryptocurrency that has a $63 million market cap, only 63, which is small in this industry. Called Cum Rocket. Seriously. And this is exactly what I said on TikTok this morning. Do I come home at night and say, honey, I bought 1,000 cum rockets. They're going to make us rich. So these are actually kind of, and they're all dog related, by the way. Doggy, Dogalon. That's what all. There's actually a loser coin. It's actually a coin called loser coin. Yes, Dogecoin is tradable because there's a lot of. It's been around. Elon Musk has something, but these other ones are simply. If you're not one of the original guys, you're not getting rich off of these. That's really, really what it is. You're not going to be told when these things are about to go. The guys who are pushing it, the guys on Discord and Reddit that are pushing, those are the only ones getting wealthy off of this, and the guys who started. So that's just my thoughts on, that I usually get flamed a ton. I've got to look. I haven't looked at my TikTok, but my guess is after posting that, I got reamed for those comments. Okay. Bitcoin, 23 to 35,000. My call on Bitcoin was 20 to 22,000. We're going to have some sort of bounce and then a long summer. If we step out on Bitcoin, and I think this is my favorite is Coins Kid says this all the time. He says this all the time. One of my favorite guys to listen to on the channel is Coins Kid. And look at it. When in doubt, zoom out. Okay? So let's step back for Bitcoin right here. And what do we see? On Bitcoin, we see this 31,000, 41,000. Boom, we blew through this 31 up to 41, tested the 31 again, and had to gap through this 41,000 resistance. We traded up here, and I'm literally redoing my TikTok from this morning. If anybody watching, sorry. But here we go. We came back down, 41, 31, 41, 31, 41, 31. You can do anything you want in between, but bulls don't have enough to push it above 41, and bears haven't been able to get it under 31, although they're certainly trying. Okay, but here is the key to Bitcoin right now. Let me draw this. Here's the volume under 40,000, big volume. Big volume even now. Look how low this volume is when Bitcoin gets above 55, 60,000. I keep saying this. I said this when Bitcoin was up over here and it was moving. There's not a ton of interest in Bitcoin at these higher levels. There's not a lot of buying, but there may also not be a lot of selling, and that may be the reason it stays up. But there is not a lot of buying pressure on Bitcoin on these higher volumes. So where are we looking? Let's just go back to this. Let's go back to some shorter term stuff and where we are, and what we're seeing right now with Bitcoin, and then where we're going to go take a look at some of these alts. So here we are. I'm not taking this down because I think this is relevant. I know some people have started to look past this, but they have this downward trend line that we drew. Heck, we drew this downward trend line here when we had 3 or 4 touches. We got 5 touches. We blew through it. We came back through it. We have touches. You've got to break through. Bitcoin has to break through this trend line. I don't know what else to tell you. We're in hugely overbought situation again. Now the 4 hours more is not exactly a day trading time range, but it's a trading time range. But we are in hugely overbought again, and it could sit here for a while. Don't get me wrong. We sit here for a while here. We can sit here for a while. So this is not uncommon, but Bitcoin's going to pull back here from this 33,000 level. And I want to point out one other thing. We are at where this year started almost. A little bit higher than this year started, but not much. Bitcoin is flat for the year. Can you imagine saying that? Bitcoin is flat on, what day is today? June 24th. Bitcoin is flat for the year. When was the last time we were able to say that? And actually, that's an interesting question. I'm going to have to actually take a look at it. So again, long-term below us, we have this long-term uptrend line. We have this high from 2018 of 20,000. The one other thing I pointed out from earlier is this. If we look, where do we have any support? And this here is it. What we're looking at is back to December of 2020. We have support. We have resistance. We have support in the $24,000, $23,000 range. That is it. When people look back and say that's where we have our support, that's all they're talking about. It's not like when you look at this channel where you're seeing all these bounces. It's not like when you're seeing all these bounces. When I talk about resistance off this line, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got tons of bounces. That's resistance. That is resistance. Even this support down here, 1, 2, we've wicked down below these, but these closings are right here in this 31,000. We've broken it with some wick downs, which if you go to a shorter term is a close, but this is showing support at 31,000. So here we got. We are sitting. Who is going to take control of this right now? I'm still very, very concerned. We're sitting here right at this 20-day moving average. I'm really looking that this is going to go. This is not, to me, this is not tradable right now. This is nothing I would be holding. I'd be looking for lower. I'd be looking for a break. If we break through this green, we have to wait till we retest it, which is what we did here. By the way, this is a perfect trading explanation right here. Let's go take a quick look at this, because this is really good. Like for all you guys that trade and people question, why would I buy this up higher when I could buy it lower? A lot of this is because you're waiting for confirmations. So here it is. We didn't want to buy this up here. We wanted to wait till it broke and retested. So what do? Breaks, comes down, we wait till it retests, and it never did, and we didn't get in. That is exactly the reason we wait. The reason we wait, we don't buy here. The reason we don't buy here is because we're looking for a little bit of a longer term. So we're waiting for this test. The test failed. Bitcoin failed this test, okay? This test they failed. They'll get other tests, but this one they failed. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry, but this is not looking great. You look at Litecoin. People ask me about Litecoin. I did a video last night saying Litecoin was ugly. I compared it to, I said bad things. I said bad things about Litecoin yesterday. But this is what I really, really meant, which I did not show on the TikTok because there's only 1 minute on TikTok. Litecoin changed in this really odd way. Straight up, straight down. Really, really, there's no arcing. There's no gradual into a parabolic rise. It's literally these straight down lines. And this is what I meant when I said on TikTok that it was weird. Like straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, down, up. Like, yeah, down and up, but like usually they arc and they have increasing. Even if you look at a longer term, anything, they move. This seems very, very stiff to me. So with that said, we made an awful lot of money on Litecoin going up. So, but here's the problem right now. Where do we look at it going now? Where do we see Litecoin moving to? And like Bitcoin, these are just not good looking charts. These charts are sitting here. They're off of previous highs. Now, Litecoin is traded well above where it was at. It traded in 2018 close to its 2021 high. I think our high this year was 410. In 2017-18, it was 370. So, it traded up there back then. So, but we've got a problem here. We've broken down off of this 118. And if you scroll back a little bit, and we scroll back, and let's go to the daily chart so we can see if we can find where we can get some support to look back in. Yeah, here's that 118 again. But you have to go all the way back, and there's not a lot of support. We see some support. Here, this was resistance, this 93. And if you draw this 93 back, you can see some more resistance in the 92 to 93. There's not some clear place between 92 and 83 that you're going to see some super support that I'm turning around and saying, all right, guys, if we see this dip, it's time to buy. it's definitely time to get into Litecoin. And I'm just not seeing it. I said that the TikTok was Litecoin looks ugly. And I don't have anything to say about it at the moment because it's just sitting there and it's not something I would look at. It's got to do something for me. So everybody could, by the way, if everybody could hit the like button down below, I would appreciate it. That always helps with YouTube and everything else, and it lets people know we're here. So if you can hit the like button down below, it'd be greatly appreciated. Of course, go over to our TikTok channel. I'm not done here yet, but go over to our TikTok channel. And hi, everybody, to Facebook. I know there's people on Facebook on this right now. I'm loving these live streams. They work out really well. Now, why? Why do I think alt season is coming? This is the question. Why do we think alt season is coming? Let's take a look. We're going to look at some of my favorites because while the market is ugly and everything is sort of weak and bouncing down to these new lows, look at some of these coins, these altcoins, okay? Solana is now become one of my favorites. Solana has now become one of my favorites. It bounced down. It said, no way. I think this is the last chance. If we get any blow off of Bitcoin right now, we still have the same thing, 24 to 25 to 25 and a half. If you can get Solana in that range, Solana is held up strong. We talk about V-shaped recoveries. I'm not a huge fan of the concept of V-shaped recovery, but look at this, and we look at this, and Solana is really looking like it's trending along that line. Maybe we never see that tick down from Solana. It looks like it's ready, any sort of consistency. And if we go back to a Bitcoin that sits and doesn't do anything for the summer, alt season is just going to take off. Alt season is going to be huge if Bitcoin doesn't do anything for the summer, which is amazing. And really what I think is going to happen, you look at ADA, the exact same thing. ADA has the same chart as Solana. Same damn chart as Solana. Looks beautiful at this range. I've been in ADA for a while. Bounce back into this range. We had that trick. If we look at ADA, all of our long-term stuff for ADA, if we look at this, right, everything on ADA, pull this down. Let's see if I can get this chart to where I want it to be. Here we go. ADA keeps coming down. It plays around, goes outside of the range up here. Wicks down, comes down, but it comes back into this range. When this market turns, when Bitcoin calms down and the focus is allowed to get off of Bitcoin, at some point or another, we're going to get bored hearing about Bitcoin. Bitcoin bounced off 41, bounced off 31, bounced off 41. People are going to get bored with it. They're going to move on, and that's hugely important. It'll be super helpful for altcoins as those start to move. And these are all sitting at the bottom of channels. So when altcoins are going to move, they're going to move big. Link does not look great. Link has continued this trend down. Link also almost looks like it's in the shadow of Bitcoin too. So we can go screaming down this whole list. BNB, look at that. BNB, look at that. That's ridiculous. It's off its highs, yeah, but look at that chart. It's holding up strong at these levels. Here's this buy zone. Let me see if I can drag this across. Let me drag this buy zone across. Right here, what are we at? This buy zone. Look at this strong support zone. I don't know if we're ever going to see this wick back down to these levels, but you're talking 230, and these are all bouncing off of these. So any sort of pullbacks into this, again, another strong one that's going to take off when we get calming of Bitcoin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have a shortened show today. I hope everybody has had a great time. I think if you have any questions, please go over to my TikTok channel, give a follow. If you can give a like down below, we'll be back here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We got a whole lot of interesting stuff tomorrow morning. We're going to go in depth with some more coins and some of those meme coins that we talked about, and the reasons I'm trying to do a little focus on them and letting people understand what they really are about, what these coins do. So as long as Bitcoin, and you know something, you know what, I didn't even take a look, and I just realized it. How can we go through a show right now without talking about ETH? How can we go through a show without talking about ETH? That's actually pretty crazy. I hate to say that. As much as I love Ethereum, as much it's like there's nothing going on. Like we're just going, we wick down, we did this, we're sitting under the 20-day, it looks weak, blah, 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 blah. It's the exact same thing. We're sitting under the 20-day, we can't get above this 20-day. We're extreme overbought situation. Volume has picked up, so that's good. And maybe at some point or another, Ethereum can turn around, but Ethereum's got to get away. And Ethereum, more than any other coin, is strictly in the shadow of Bitcoin. So that is it. Wow, we got a lot of people just showing up now. That is excellent. I hope everybody has enjoyed this show today. Again, Bitcoin, we're waiting. We're bouncing 31 to 41. Ethereum is waiting for Bitcoin to make a decision. The alts are waiting for people to stop paying attention to Bitcoin so they can have their run. And you can see these alts. You can see all the ones we look at. ADA, Matic, BNB, Solana. I'm scrolling down the list here. The ones we looked at today. ADA, Matic, BNB, Solana. Those are the first. Where we got Dot's wick down. Dot's way too crazy at this moment. Down low, showing so much weakness. It's got a long way to go till it bounces back for Dot. So we've got 4 really positive ones we're looking at here with Solana, BNB, ADA, and Matic. Those are really my top 4 at this moment. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much. Please hit the like button down below. Let all your friends know about the show. And head over to TikTok. Follow us over on TikTok, On The Block Live. The link is down below. And, of course, we will keep producing updates and these live crypto videos. I hope everybody had a great show. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. And we will, of course, keep producing these videos, guys. All right, everybody. Have a great afternoon. Bye.